Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. And this is Gary Grigsby's War in the East 2, our current Let's Play against the AI, the Men in the Machine. It is June 14th, 1942. This is turn 52, and we're in the middle of a spring and summer offensive where we're trying to capture as many Soviet troops as possible. So far, that's going pretty well. Um, we're going to just have to continue getting 150 to 250,000 Soviet troops captured, casualtied, disabled, however we do it, every single turn. So far, we've been able to do that. We'll see. We're down here in the middle, Army Group Center. Now, I want to apologize again. I had fully planned to live stream today. As I mentioned yesterday, and the reason I didn't live stream yesterday is our little pup is not doing too well. Very sad. Now, I never would have guessed in my life that I could love a little 10-pound Yorkie so much. But our little sweet Cocoa Puff is 15 years old, if you can believe that. And she was my girlfriend, then fiance, and now wife's dog, all growing up. She's had her for 15 years, and Coco's not doing too well. So we're going to be down at the emergency vet clinic, unfortunately, during the time that I would live stream, but I did want to get an episode up since we are right in the thick of it here. And again, apologies. Just some things are more important than others, and she is, like I said, I always loved animals, but as many of you know, when one comes into your life, you sure can just love it to death, and I never would have guessed a little Yorkie could have my heart, but the poor little thing, she's 15 and she's just not eating, and she doesn't want water, and there's been some blood in her stool. So anyway, we're taking her to the emergency vet again today, and we'll see what happens. So anyway, apologies, and hopefully I'll be back tomorrow, and the hard charging little Cocoa Puff will be back up to 100%. Gosh, I hope. Anyway, all right, back into our game. Where are we? Well, we had already moved Fourth Army. We'd actually moved quite a bit of Second Army that's sitting right here around the bend. We had put some units, double stacked there. We had moved some units up. We had knocked some units back. I'm continuing to take attacks where they make sense. You can sit here and play for just like a perfect pocket, but when you have overwhelming odds and you can get a better than 5-1, 7-1, 8-1 kill ratio, sometimes you're better off to take it. Especially, I mean, this pocket's taking a while to develop because we've got to cross over the Dnieper, which we've done, but we've got to push all the way to Minsk here. I'm not going to say a lot, but several units have gotten out the back door, and that's why, I'm continually trying to take attacks where they make sense, such as this one. Now, you hate for him to route out of the pocket. Luckily, he did not, and it didn't really matter. If you looked at that or if you quickly glanced up, we destroyed 7,800 out of his 8,000 troops. So we lose a few troops, but we get the certainty of essentially destroying that entire unit. All right, so let's move him forward, continue moving into this pocket, get the old squeeze play on. Now, attacks like this, those don't really make sense, right? We don't really have odds. Now, if I was guessing, I would say we might do fairly well at this attack, because I don't think any of these units are as strong as they're representing. I do think we've degraded their ability enough of getting freight in here that many of them are weak, because when we've hit them, they just really haven't had the what's the best way to put it? The defensiveness that they're illustrating here as their defensive number. It seems like they've been a little lighter than that. That could have something to do with the freight, or it could just be dumb luck. I don't know, but it seems that they're not quite as strong as they're representing up in this pocket. So we continue to squeeze this back, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now we haven't moved our panzers yet. Let's go over here and go down the line and just make sure there's nothing else that we can or want to move. We've double stacked here because the Soviets have come in quite strongly with a unit just outside of Smolensk. Now we have a strong I was going to say static. It's not static. Now it was called the security unit, I thought, but we've got 336th ID here. If we turn on the defensive values for Smolensk, we've got a big bad X there, which means it's over 100, I guess. Here we've only got a 17. That's not particularly great for what he is representing as a very strong force. So, we're going to have to let this play out. We certainly can't let him bull rush here. Now, if he does attack this and knock it back again, I'm leaving this unit here. Not that this unit is particularly strong, I would say, but it's going to take movement points there, and it would take movement points to attack this. He's not going to be able to get much past this hex, I wouldn't think. Now, I do have something, or I do have some units out of command. I'm not sure. He must have gotten displaced at some point. And maybe I just didn't notice that because I surely didn't know that we had a unit that was displaced. Let's get it down here. Okay, now he's got everybody in command. As a matter of fact, it's kind of odd. Ninth Corps. This is 53rd Corps. Oh, that's the orange, you big dummy. Well, anyway, the point was still stands. He must have gotten displaced back here because he had been along with these guys. So we just need to get him out here. That is, I always forget his name. Oh, it's Kleeman. Kleeman. Okay. So we got Kleeman out here. Back here, we've got Rendelik with his ninth corps that's holding all of this in and around Smolensk. Now, hopefully, as we blast this out, we can start to then take units and move them out here to the line and really expand our line north to south. We'll see. I mean, we got a lot more work to do here, obviously, but once we get the freight completely cut off here, we should be able to mop up this pocket. This could be, I don't know, 300,000 or 400,000 troops if we get it closed soon enough. We'll see. Um, okay, so moving down the line, we've got Rendelik's group, we've got Kleeman's group. They're all out here. Who is he back to? Okay, this is 27th Corps. That's under Rouse. Let's make sure Rouse has got all of his stuff, and it looks like he does. 3 artillery, 3 flak, including either heavy or mixed. He's got Pioneer, Construction, Warfare. He doesn't have a Stug. I could probably give him one, but I don't think I will. I think that's fine. Now, we've got a real interesting situation back here because ultimately these guys I'm pulling out and coming this way with them. And even question whether I even need to come down this way, but I think they'll take the place of these units here as we try to get those units across the river. Now, let me turn it back to movement points. There we go. All right. So how far can this guy get? Well, he can get quite a ways. He can get quite a ways. And I think what I'll want to do here, now he's the one that's with these two lead elements out here. So this is part of 4th Panzer. Boy, have they done a job. They're the first ones across the Dnieper this way, and they cut the line this way. So I'm going to have him come all the way around here to, let's say, there. All right, so he's going to be there, and now we have a full Panzer division here. And this full Panzer division, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to move this motorized around. And for a moment, I'm just going to leave him right there until I decide what I want to do with them, because I'm going to reform this Panzer division. Let's put them, I don't really want them in the heavy woods. I'm tempted to bring them all the way back behind the river, and I could then bring this infantry back behind the river as well. As a matter of fact, why don't we do this? Why don't we put the infantry there in the heavy woods? I like that. And we've got two infantry here. As a matter of fact, actually, maybe I should move him over one, or I could move this guy over one. I don't want to give up that roadway. Why don't we actually move him here? Now, there's going to be a little gap right there of two. I don't like the two gaps, but I don't think we have a real great option there. That would give him, he'd have to move through the heavy woods here. Now, this is clear, though. I'm almost tempted to go back to, like, let's say here. Because I've got another unit coming back next time. All right, after all that discussion, I'm actually going to move him right there, back behind the river. That's a little more defensive. And now let's bring this full Panzer division up and around. And I think what I'm going to do is probably put him right here. What else do I have underneath here? All right, he's part of that division. Oh, and then I've got this that's part of this division here. Wow, okay. Let's get this moved around. We'll set him right there for a second and see if maybe he can even recombine with this group. And now we've got this full Panzer division that can get back together. First of all, well, let's see. He can get there with 33 points. He can get there with 24. He can get there with 11. Okay, well, they can all get there, I guess is the point. But I think I want to actually put him there if I can. So I'm going to move him back a hex, and then I'm going to try to get all these guys down into this hex. All right, so we've got 1, 2. Can you get there, my friend? He can. All right. And we'll put this Panzer division back together as they play a little bit of defense. There we go. All right. They still have 10 movement points. Their defensiveness, not looking great. I maybe would rather have. Well, we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. This motorized can, of course, come around here. Now, where do I want him, though? I think I maybe want a little triple stack, although he could, nah, don't like that. I don't think he could, across this river, blow that out all by himself. I think what I'm going to do instead is is this clear? If this clear, it is clear. All right, let's take this Panzer division and this Panzer, third of a division, or actually, can he do? No, see, he can't do a deliberate attack there. Hmm. I don't want to use up all my movement points because when these guys come across the river, it just crushes their movement points. Um, let's not forget we've got von Manstein back here. I'm going to put him right here for a moment just so I don't forget him. Now, what happens if I put this motor? Let's do that. Let's put this motorized here. Let's put this motorized here, triple stack motorized, and hit right there. And that should, yeah, that routes him right out. Um, okay, now then, let's take the one with the most movement points. That looks like it's Das Reich. See how far through here he can get. He could get to this hex on the, he's almost on the road. Let's, how many would he have there? Okay, none. All right, let's move him there. And then these other two are going to have to sit right here. They don't have the movement points to get across the river. Um, okay. Now then, we've still got that with 13 of 27. We've got this with 47 movement points, and that's really what we're going to try to get moving. Now, what concerns me is that is heavy woods. I don't want to attack into that with a full Panzer division, but I may use this Panzer regiment size and give it a shot. Let's see if we can knock him. Now, we only lost 2 tanks, Could have been worse. He's a little stronger than we thought he was. All right, let's take these two guys and try to hit this unit. Okay, he routes completely out of the pocket, but he loses all of his men, so kind of doesn't matter. Um, okay. Now then, he's going to have to move forward. This is heavy wood, so we're going to have to move this way. He's going to move forward there. Can he get any further? No. Can he? No. These guys can't really either. We got to get rid of this somehow. Now the question is how though? Let's see if we can get any other motorized across here to attack him. We can. Now he's showing a defensiveness of 12 though. Okay, so we move this motorized over. We cannot do a deliberate attack. We can only do a hasty. All right, we're slowly working him down here, I hope. So there's that. We could also move this unit up there. Now, there's going to be a lot of delay points here, but that's not where we're going. We're trying to get some of this, we're trying to kind of move up and around this way. All right, so the two of them together attack. Does that do anything? Nope, he holds again. Now, we're not losing much, but wow, this unit's absolutely stone coldness here. Now, we could move him all the way forward there. We didn't have a very good setup to get across here because he had this strong and we had this heavy woods here. This unit's causing us all kinds of heartache. Um, yeah, we got to move that. Now he can get out here with 10. He could get here with 6. He could also hit this unit. That's probably causing him. He would have 8. All right, let's move this full Panzer division out here. Just to hold this line. Um, he's got 42 tanks. Let's get von Manstein moving down the road here. Okay, full Panzer division. He's got a partial. These guys could get back together, but I don't think that makes much sense. We can't get past that. I don't really want to attack into that unit is the problem. We've got plenty of motorized across the river now. Um, my goodness. We could also come up this way and around, but I don't want to get any of these regiment sizes out here all by themselves. Let's bring this motorized down here, maybe there. All right, we'll stack with him. That way he doesn't get blown away. Full Panzer division there. That should be fine. We'll move one of these motorized over here on the road. He could actually get across the river if I want him to. Um, yeah, let's do that. And then we'll put him there. It's going to be very hard for him to. Now we'll have 3 motorized across the river for next time. Um, I am tempted to run something up this way or put one of these over here. Look like that's really going to work. All right, let's move him across here. I don't even like that hasty. I'm just so scared of losing those tanks for something that doesn't really matter. I can do a hasty there with my motorized. So let's knock that back. Let's knock that back if we can. Off he goes. That's another 1,000. He's behind the river. I like that. These guys are well guarded. This all looks good. Um, I could move him out here, but I'm not really sure why I would. I think actually what I'll probably do, let's move him up to there. Yeah, and we'll be really well set up next time to finally close this. We're getting into better ground here, and yeah, we're off the road, but we can go around it this way. Or as he pushes up here, we've now got all kinds of motorized that I feel a lot more comfortable attacking with out here. So I think this is going to be fine. I could move this guy further. I could put him this way. I could put him this way. But I don't really, I guess I do want to get him across the river. So let's stack right there with him. And now, yeah, that all looks fine to me. That's all well constructed. We're well through now. We'll close that next time. If you're, saying, "Oh gosh, I thought you were going to close it this time." I mean, when you're coming across a river like this, very, very hard to get that that far when the Soviets, are going to throw up zones of control like this. Now they're going to absolutely put a massive force right here, but we should be able to go this way or up around this way a little ways and then close it next turn. So overall, this looks fine to me. I'm happy with it. Okay. Now then, let's keep moving around the edges here. We could attack there, but I'm not going to. We could attack there, I'm not going to. Let's come over here and see how far we can get our motorized out. Now, I suspect it's not going to be that far because if you look, still no movement points on this 18th Panzer Division. He now has trucks, or some trucks. He's got like half of what he needs, 1169, 2337, but he's not getting movement points. So I again, I don't know. I've never quite encountered that before. All right, we've got two fairly weak units here, right? Um, and hey, he's got 6 movement points, but it's better than none. We could put him there for 2. We could put him there for 3. Let's put him there with 3 left and try to hit that unit. We lose a couple of tanks, but we scoot that back. Excellent. All right, so let's hit this unit with a deliberate. He only scooted back. That's too bad because that was kind of our one way to get out here. Now let's hit this with both of these units, and that routes 2,700 there. Now, I wish he could get forward one more. But we can expand here. This probably isn't going to be a good attack, but hey, we scooted him back. He lost almost 1,000 men. I'll certainly take that. We'll keep moving forward here. Am I feeling lucky? Not that lucky. I'm just going to leave that. We can't do a hasty there. So he can get through to here with 10 movement points on the road. Let's move him up there. So he could move down on the road there, or he can do a hasty here and here. I think I'll just do a hasty there, route that. Again, it routes out of the pocket, but we got to make the full pocket first for it to matter. Off he goes. So that's almost 3,000 men, almost half. And that's it. That's it for the movement there. And we're just going to have to leave it just like that. Now we've got the Panzer out here protecting. Um, we can't allow him to scoot too close here. We're in a level 1 fort. Mm, I don't really want to back this guy up. As a matter of fact, what I'd rather do is attack with him. So let's route that. That's 3,300 more men. He's still got points. So let's turn to the west and we'll route that. That's 836. All right, that relieves a lot of the pressure here because then he can attack. Oop, stone cold Steve Austin. Nothing happening there. That was a lot stronger unit than we thought it was. It said, I think, a 5 or a 6. It was actually a 21. It's actually a slight bit worrying. Okay, let's take both of these guys and do a deliberate and see if we can do it. Get it. Whoa, that one hurt. Well, it didn't hurt that bad, but 1,000 men we lost there. Okay, they're looking a lot stronger right here than I thought they were. Certainly. Interesting. Okay, well, we're at a level 3 fort there, luckily. We're only in a level 1 there. I'm kind of worried about a little bit of a bull rush, but I guess we could always bring this back. And we got the cavalry coming. I mean, we're close. If this damn Panzer ever got any movement points, we would have already closed this up. But be that as it may, I mean, we've wrecked a lot of stuff in and outside the pocket. We've still got. I don't know. I don't know what's in here, but we've probably still got 20, 25 divisions up in here. Some, if you counted all even the routed ones. So anyway, continuing on. Um, let's try this attack. Okay, that routes. That's 2,200. We can't really scoot forward there. There's nowhere to scoot. I was tempted to bring one of these guys back over here, but I think we're okay. Let's hit that. That routes. That's 869. Can he move forward? We got a delay penalty there. That's across the river. That's the problem. I guess he could move forward here, but I don't want to leave the gap. I don't want to attack across that river. I do want to attack there, but we got stuffed there. Not really. I mean, 4-1 losses. But yeah, we don't move that out. Okay, well, let's hit this unit instead. We scoot him back 5-1. We actually got kind of bad results for a 5-1. Let's move this forward, and then next time we'll try to nutcracker this guy. Okay, now we're down into this section. That doesn't look particularly promising. Remember, this is a full division. I need to get them back together at some point. That looks really strong, actually. Let's hit right here, and we'll knock back that guards unit. He lost 1,600 men. I'll take that. Okay. Romania, or gosh darn it, stop doing that. Hungarians. It looks like the Soviets have started to pull back out of this area anyway, not this area. They're pushing this way. I think most of this is coming around down to this area. So anyway, they're in a level 1 fort. They're in the swamp. I think I'll probably just might as well just leave them here. I mean, they're not doing anything other than holding. We may as well just leave them holding. The problem is I really kind of need some of this around here, but we've got 2 full German divisions coming up here, and that always helps. Let me tell you. One of those German divisions, I think, probably needs to go in one of those 2 hexes. Let me think about it for a second. He could move forward, but again, why? I mean, I'm eventually going to try to trap all these troops. 2 of 11. Let's look at their defensiveness. A 2, a 1 and a 1, a 1, an 8. Hey, we got an 8 out here. I may actually bring this guy around here and be part of this defense. Then can they return the favor? Not really. They would have to scoot this way. What about this guy? It looks like he can go forever as well. Interesting. Okay, what do I have here? A 1. Well, let's trade places. Let's put him there, and let's take the stronger unit and put it down here with the headquarters. Probably makes sense. Yeah, I wish I could put him there and move this guy up there. But what I may do is just leave this kind of open. Should I? Well, I don't know. I don't know if I should or not, but I think that may be what I end up doing. I do have some double stacking up here somewhere, but we've got a routed unit. Yeah, I don't love that. Let's deploy the Germans into this then. They're on the rail, or we could put them on the rail. Can he get around? He would still have 154 there. Or we could just move him normally. Well, for now, let's put one of the German divisions there, and let's put the other one. This guy's gonna break through is the problem. Can I put him? Where can I get him to on the rail? Oh, he's still got 194 there. So let's do that. We'll move him on the rail. Let's take him off the train. Let's actually put him right there. Does he have any I was going to say, does he have any movement points to attack? All right, so that should hopefully button that up a little bit. Now this is 24th motorized. I'm going to put them both in 24th motorized. All right. Now they certainly are not motorized or not in the traditional sense, but this is what we've got out here. 24th motorized. There you go. All right. This is under von Schweppenberg. We'll just scoot him up a little bit. All right. Does he have? Yeah, he's got some mixed flak. He doesn't have any artillery. Let's give him a heavy cannon and a mixed artillery, and that's fine. I want to make sure I have stuff for in more important areas. So we'll do it like this time. If they do happen to break, gosh darn it, got this gap here as well. Um, if they do happen to break there, we'll just have to adjust. We keep adjusting. Um, Lvov is in a bit of trouble, but I did bring this German unit over here, and I think I can just scoot him over and scoot all of these down. So let's scoot him over. Okay, they did have another unit over here. Let's try to do a deliberate attack. Now, he's not going to have support units, but he does knock that back. Okay, that's helpful, certainly. So back he goes, and then the Romanians, I mean, they're trying their best here. I could move this headquarters around von Schweppenberg. Now, I'm worried about them getting blown out, but von Schweppenberg's going to have to be brave. Let's put this under 24th Motorized. Where'd you go? Huh. Oh, there it is. I was like, huh, where is it? Ah, there it is. Okay, so 24th Motorized there. Now then, with the Romanians, I may have to get a little fancy here. Is it fancy? I don't know if it's fancy or not, but I may have to move these guys around here, and start spreading our wings over here because I don't want to lose Lvov, certainly. Um, let's come back to this. Let's come back to that. I want to clean some of this up, and then I can determine where we need to be putting infantry. Gosh, I could hit that with the Romanians, or I could scoot him one, or I could bring him all the way over here. This is a precarious situation, certainly. Okay, let's get over here into this pocket and try to clean up the pocket. So let's hit there. Surrendered. That's 7,200 men. We'll take that. Okay, where are your guys? All right, these guys really should shift this way then here at some point. We can shift everything else. Would he have enough to clear that? I'm not sure that he would. 0. Let's move there. Let's have the two of them hit that and see if we can get them to surrender. Yeah, they both surrendered. That's 13,000 men. That's great. Excellent. Can he move any further? Not really, but let's get him more than, let's get that spaced out again. All right, let's see if this 15th division can take this himself. And he does. Surrendered 8,000. All right, we'll take that. And that allows us to move there. Now that's armor. Do I attack there? Where can he get? Oh, he would still have 6 there. Excellent. Okay, let's move him up there and do a deliberate attack. That surrenders. That's 7,200 men. And now let's have him hit the armor. Can he get it? Yeah, 91, 5,600. We'll take that. Certainly. Okay, well, they don't. Well, he can get up here a little further. That's nice. All right, we'll keep that in mind. What I'm going to do is turn around with the motorized and try to clear out the rest of this. So there's one. Okay, that's 6,400 men. And then there's two. That's 8,000 more men, 107 artillery. Can you do this all by yourself? I'm not sure if he can. Is there any other way for me to do this? Is the question. Um, Motorized. What do we have here? That's a Panzer division. Hmm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to turn around with this guy and deal with this. Now, the reason I'm waiting a bit here is there's a couple of things. What I'm going to do, I'm going to hit with both motorized. How about that? Make sure it surrenders. 12,000. Excellent. Now I'm going to move him there. Can he still deliberate? No. Let's move him over here. Oh, I guess we captured a depot. Give us some fuel. Okay. He can and he can. Let's hit those guys. They're completely surrounded, and they're going to surrender. 13,000 men. Hey, wow. Okay, that was a beautiful little pocket. If we look at losses this turn, he's now up to 207,000. I mean, we got a long ways to go around the map. So that's what we need, pocket after pocket after pocket. Now, I wanted to keep some movement points, and why did I want to do that? Well, I want to hit that unit, and he goes skedaddling. Shit. Now, if he goes there, no, that doesn't work. That gets him across the river. Well, shiitake mushrooms. How do I want to do this? What I'm going to try to do is break out right here and start getting around these guys. We're going to drive straight for the Hungarians. We've got some roads out here and whatnot, but this looks bad, but I'm going to drive straight this way and try to surround as much of this as I can. The question is getting rid of this. And what I'm afraid of, yeah, I'm so afraid of it that I'm actually going to do a deliberate attack across the river with the panzers. Okay, hey, we only lost one panzer. I was expecting that to be much worse. 1580 on the men. Okay, can he get there? He can. And now we've got a little nice setup. Oh, we got something there. Okay, we've made contact, gentlemen. Now then, now then. 335. Let's take a stronger unit than that. That's an 8. That's a 9. 7. He can get there, but we're going to have to hold some of this. Now, we've got infantry that can move north, but they're going to immediately flood down here, obviously. 2 left. I think this is the best one I've got, but he's not going to get out there enough to blast him, which is what we really need. Hmm. Well, I guess it's going to have to be him. What does he have underneath here? What do we know that this is? We don't know. We know it's an air unit. We don't know what's underneath there, though. This guy's got a lot of movement points, but he's not very strong. All right. Let's move this Panzer division out here. It's representing a 4. Let's hope. Okay, we lost 6 Panzers. on that little attempt. Now I'm starting to wonder. I'm not sure we're going to get through here. Um, yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him there. I'm going to drop the Panzers back for a turn, or at least the ones I can. Um, he can get through there. I'm tempted. Or even to go that direction. Who knows what he's got out here by Rovno. But I don't want them to get surrounded three ways. I'm going to drop them back off the line a little bit here. Give them a little bit of rest. We just cleared a really nice pocket there. And I'm going to try to have motorized, for the most part, uh, clean a lot of this. Man, he could get through there too. But I think next turn makes more sense. I think I would really be pushing it to try to do it right now. He's there. That's a strong Panzer unit. Let's get him out of that situation and maybe put him. Well, I can move this up to what, here? That looks pretty good. I'll take that. He's not quite there yet. We do need some help up in here, obviously. But now we've got motorized for the most part out here on the line. We've got one unit across the river, which of course is very important. I'm tempted to stack something else with them if I can get it over there. Okay, that would be double Panzer divisions. And then can he move into that hex? He can't. He probably could. Oh, I see. All right, so let's put him there, and then we'll take this Panzer division, get him across the river already. All right, and we'll scoot this headquarters over and back a little bit. Everybody's in command. Let's actually pull this headquarters back this way a little bit as well. He doesn't need to be over there. Now we've got infantry. That all looks good. We could actually even do some attacks out here if we wanted to. Um, sure, let's do it. Let's hit that. All right, we scoot him back, but that's 20, almost 2,800 men. He's still got a points left. We route that unit. That's another 2,000. He's still got attack points left. Let's hit that armored unit. Okay, 30 and 1,300. We'll take that. Um, Does anything else make sense here? Probably not with the motorized. We're going to come back to all this infantry because it's, I wanted to see what was going to happen here first. We can do certain things, like I can bring him over here. Now, I'll eventually need him up here, but I could bring him here to scoot the line, and then all of a sudden, he's freed up to get around to here, right? So those are the kind of things that I'm going to do, but I wanted to see how this all played out first. Um, Okay. Tempted to actually scoot him back a hex. Because I really would rather them advance a little ways here. I don't have a fort level. They're both on clears. I'm going to do that. I'm going to scoot him back one. Yeah, him I'm going to put in there. I should probably just go ahead and do it before I forget. But I'll wait a second. Got some guys resting. I mean, he's still got a lot of movement points, but he can't get through here. He could get through up to here and cut this rail, but ultimately, I don't know that that's as important as saving him and not letting him just get absolutely wrecked. We could try and attack there, but I don't really see the upside. We could also double stack somewhere here. Um, we could also pull the Italians back or out altogether. I'd like to. Yeah, why don't I? Let's pull the Italians just back off the line a little. I've been meaning to do that anyway. Um, Gosh, do I dare move this though? Is the question. Well, I think I could nutcracker that. And I've got another unit here. Oh, these are his guys over here. We really need to scoot. Okay, we can do that. Let's he doesn't even need to be in that level 1 fort. Not really. Let's put him there. All right, and then we will around the corner here put him back in that level 2 fort, and then we could either double stack there or there. But I tell you what, I'm gonna go because I'm thinking about that little sweet puppy. We gotta run her to the vet, so I'm going to leave it here for today. We cleared this pocket. We advanced more into this pocket. Yeah, of course, I would like to have closed it, but I don't even think it was possible with the movement points we have. We've got difficult terrain across the river. Next turn, we should close this up, and we'll see what we've got left in here. Hopefully, it bears as much fruit as this did. It should do more. This was, 200,000 men. I think this has the potential to be 400,000 men. We shall see. But we'll find out tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll be live streaming, and hopefully with the little Yorkie by my side. So anyway, thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Strategy Gaming Dojo. Till next time.